All right. I do believe that it's about time that we get started. Welcome to the stream. If you are here, if you are not here, you are still welcome, I think. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Today you're welcome. Okay. I'm a bit tired on this fine Monday. Mostly because I spent the entire weekend driving and then interacting with people, so I'm kind of pooped. But that's okay. Because now I'm going to spend some extra time talking to virtual people, like NPCs. It's gonna be great because we have more Disco Elysium. But first, as always, got a couple holidays. Today is National Cheese Ball Day. If you've never had a cheese ball, I'm sorry. Also, I understand. It, they're pretty great, but I don't know. Something about a cheese ball might not sound appetizing to you, and that's okay. Also, it is National Haiku Poetry Day. A haiku being a form of poetry that follows syllable structure. Can't remember what the most popular one off the top of my head is. It's oh yeah, it's 575 for the syllable count, which that could be pretty fun to play around with. Never made a haiku before or read a haiku before. Very fun, very insightful. Other times they can just be really dumb. It all depends on the kind of haiku that you're looking for. But I don't think we're going to be running into any haikus in Disco Elysium. So I say, why not? Let's just get back into it. I don't have any skill points available, right? No. So this is the start of the third day. I've got a lot of shit that I can potentially do, so I'm really looking forward to it. Like the pretty much everything in this list, almost everything in this list needs to be done. Well, needs to be done today. Like, for example, tracking down the badge. The new area is going to be opening up. I'm sure it's over there. The running the number. I can talk to her now because Alice should have the info. Cryptozoologist. Of course, he's over past the broken water lock, but that's fixed now. Smoker on the balcony. That's today. Do signatures, cross the water lock. Fucking armored gloves, I'm pretty sure that's across the water lock. Everything's across this fucking water lock. It's gonna be great. We're gonna make such great progress today. It's gonna be fun. I'm sure that the Lieutenant Kim is down here. Yeah, there you are. Hey, good morning. What up?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay my bill to make sure that oh, and also your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the
How
victim's clothes.
strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Sure you didn't. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Now, who else has access to the keys?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you anyway.
Someone on your staff who put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
That's fair. Thank you, Gart.
Yes?
What about my bill?
Got the 20 real?
Yes, I do. Here you go.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Of course.
Another thing. Yes.
Yeah, no, there's nothing else for me to talk about with that. Hey, I'm gonna go see your husband.
Hello, dear. There you are again.
No, nothing else to talk about with her. All right, so I say let's start at the car. Let's start here. Because I need to make a call, and I also need to turn on the lights and check my holographic thing.
A pull-out toolbox and the soft glow.
This is Precinct
Hey,
57.
Alice.
How may I assist you?
You find out anything else about the owner?
Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm so ready for
The
this.
lieutenant leans in to listen,
Shoot.
notebook in hand.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer. That's Ellis Kortenaer. Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Elysium County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
And this is the victim, who everybody else is only known as Lily, because he came from Lelystad. Neonatal care unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
Found in a leaf compactor. Jesus.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its
Okay.
other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Okay, so after he was honorably discharged, he just went off the radar. Okay. But yeah, no, my first thought, wait, he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Yes, thank you. Any information about his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
And all that we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Well, we have his name and service record now, which is at least that's more than we had before.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortena.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I mean, yeah, like before, all he had was his nickname, and if that's what he wanted to be known by, that's fine. But like, if nobody knew him at all, that's I don't know.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
No. I'm gonna see if I can get any more info out of. No, I'm done with the radio for now. Thank you.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering
Now let's turn on these
levers
headlights.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
All right.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rouse per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canelo comes to life with a whiny growl.
Wow, that's loud. All right, I'm pressing the headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
All right. Let's find out some more about me.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
I'll look at the street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, what? I guess I'll look around me.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, "So where are we on this?"
Let me see.
He takes a ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh, yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
What about these perforations?
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Let's tally those up.
The first row has 18 dots. Not bad for what?
Yeah,
You don't even know what it means yet.
that's fair. But, 18 seems like a reasonable number. What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
I'm gonna count all of them.
You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, what do the holes mean? I'm sure that they mean something, like cases that I've taken and actually closed, or ones that I failed to close. I don't know. What do they mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Yeah, I've been in this for 18 years.
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Walk the land, telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. No, it was probably something, some kind of boring office job.
No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, what's the 216?
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
216 to be exact.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Oh, you're saying I used to be a super cop? Yeah, I used to be good, apparently.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Oh.
I've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer then.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Well, that's good. That's actually yeah, That's not bad. 18 years, only 3 kills, and over 200 solved cases. Hell yeah. How do you handle the strain, Kim?
Everyone has their own method of coping, some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look. Yeah, all the drinking.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Such as?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby then.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Points to your yellow gardening gloves. I forgot that I was wearing these.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Alright,
Right.
I think it's
I'll
time.
go turn off the lights.
He presses the remote control on the key.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Hell yeah. Oh, and I finished the
Kingdom
thought.
of conscience. The kingdom of conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
Yeah, that I'm still not sure I like that one, but moralist dialogue options: heal +1 moral, morale, learning cap for volition raised to 5, learning cap for logic raised to 5. Okay. I mean, at the very least, the bonus doesn't sound too bad. Though my logic and volition are already really high up, so I guess it kind of makes sense that that would fit how I've been playing. All right, let's check some more stuff off the list. I need to check for bullet traces. I need to report back to Placent. Check with the dice maker. Then I can head to the village. Hey, Placent. Checked out your problem.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nea. And she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, she may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. No, ma'am, I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse. She's not a sorceress or a malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, I'm gonna be straight with her on this one.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Oh man, all of my thoughts are coming out at once. Fuck. She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. Just capitalism, bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. I don't have an answer yet, or there is another entity more malignant pulling strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. No, I'm gonna be straight with her. She said it was capitalism. Just that's it.
What? The entire economic system is cursed?
I'm afraid that only world revolution can help you. The system must be cleansed of immigrant labor. It's true we live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to get used to chaos. What I meant was I found the source of doom. No, I'm gonna go in. You need to get used to the chaos. It's always ever changing.
Precarious world? Economy?
She looks down at the pendant in her trembling hands.
I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it. It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own. Thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way.
She concludes, tucking the pendant away in her blouse.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Okay, but please, only a few questions.
The woman before you scanned.
Right. Well, I mean, Frederick is right, though. Like, there is no other way that could have gone. She just was not having any of it. Hey, time has technically passed. Perhaps I can get my dice. I don't know if enough time has passed by their standard, though. Hello, Dice
it's
Maker.
you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came back to pick it up, actually.
Very good. That will be 7 real for one custom die.
Here you go.
One universal die for Wirral Untethered.
The Dice Maker opens her desk drawer and hands you a die.
It feels icy. Just holding this die in your hand sends a jolt of cold down your spine. Through the dark resin, you can make out a nugget of bone hewn from an alligator's jaw.
Thank you. I will cherish this die. It's very well made. See. The standard 24-sided role-playing die can be used to get results for several dice. It's made of alligator jawbone, cast in acrylic resin, and embellished with frozen motifs. Looks like a minuscule blizzard is stuck in there. Note, look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Okay, so like it opened up new white checks. That's actually kind of nice. Let's see. Oh, I need to check the ice cream maker as well. That's been off for a little bit, so maybe it's melted. Come on, ice cream maker. Ready to open up for me?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping, Turning the crank. Turning the crank.
Damn
Feels
it, doesn't do
oddly
anything.
Satisfying.
Alright, fine. Clearly that didn't help. I'll come back to that later then. Okay. Boardwalk, Island, and Land's End. Oh. Must have just realized that, yeah, there's my officer profile. So, I've got 10 sorry cop, 5 boring cop, 3 superstar cop, and 1 apocalypse cop. Past that, I'm apparently more communist than anything, despite the fact that I went with moralist, I guess, in the end. Alright. I can actually see my profile now. That's kind of cool. Take a while, signatures, balcony. I think at this point I might as well just go across. Get started over there. Oh, hey guys. Oh shit, you got it fixed, okay. That's why you're here.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque.
I'll pull that lever up then.
Grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Now I'll just use my magic stick. Hell yeah, I can get across the water now. New area. Let's go.
Alright, we can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain and drunks.
Ah, my kind of people. Radio relay hums with electricity. Ah, money. Thank you. Okay. Oh, here's the tracks. I knew it was that same vehicle though. Ahead, decades-old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. A breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. Ah, money. I'll take it. I'm very interested in these tracks right now, actually. Want to see where they go. To the vehicle. Alright. See what we got. We got a gas can here. Banged up fuel canister. Let's take that. And... can I access...
A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eyes as he inspects the wreckage. Yeah, we investigate it.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
I run my hand over it.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
So it's not coming out.
A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been here? Probably at least a week.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
That's when I was here. What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket.
Am I gonna find out that this was
Joyrider
my
jacket.
vehicle?
A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two tops?
Alright. Let's wait.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
I'm definitely gonna whistle a tune. Hell yeah.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill.
Yeah, Kim, my boy.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
Ah, and I've also thought of my birth date.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Was your dad also, no, I'm not gonna ask him if his dad also had vision issues. Tide sure is taking its sweet time.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. But I suppose it could move quicker, yes?
That'd be nice.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you have to side with either the sticker or the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? I feel like his answer is gonna be the fact that he can't actually choose, but
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
I guess that's just your way of saying you'd side with the company. I understand you're saying you're siding with the union. No. I want to hear his proper answer. I'm not gonna guess. Yeah, but like if someone just like put a gun to your head and was like, "All right, strike or company?"
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark yet?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Capri, Model 40.
Only his eyes turn to you.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
Yeah, those kinds of people. Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver?
It's
of this
definitely
vehicle?
mine. 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish, this one. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Hate guessing district something, a precinct, something municipal. Rub your temples, you're getting a horrible headache. Looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called this one Caprice 41. Stupid factory. No, I knew that this was mine before I even sat down.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Now we're gonna freak out. It's mine. I fucking drove my car into the sea.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
They're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
Badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
So it's just gonna be there like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
Well, at least I can find what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
Ah, and my
Date of
birth generator.
generator.
Finally. I know how old I am.
You were born in the year 07. In the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
Well, that's good, I guess. What are my bonuses? Learning cap for logic raised, and -1 difficulty to all physique passive. Okay. That's not bad. Alright. There's my commander's jacket and my ID! I have my badge! Hell yeah! Finally. Oh man. Okay, this is free decor and shivers. Esprit de corps and visual calculus. Yeah, we're going with that. Let's go. Bottle drained of all of its booze. It's frozen to the ice. Also, I'm gonna remove this flashlight. Oh, I left some of my money behind too. Well then. I finally have my badge. That's the important thing. I guess. Freaking ahead. A broken axle grinding. It's something. Boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. The underside of the boat has recently been tarred. Hey. There we are. I was looking at that. Oh shit, there's some boots. Perception. I'm gonna keep what I got right now. Hello, good sir.
Hi, officer.
Me, madame. A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay. Considering an overturned boat, a sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip.
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
And why is that?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Wind rattles her earrings. Those look like fishing hooks. Well, how about this then? Who are you? What's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
That's true.
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Nice sword. Does it have a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Wait, do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
But not when you're in a tight spot.
Well, it is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
And why do you need to intimidate people?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Why don't more people arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder.
No, I'm not doing that.
Coach means the expression.
True, most people I've met are scared.
Aye. No one wants to talk about how frightened they are. But only frightened people are really dangerous. And plenty of them are dangerous.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband?
Gone.
Gone? Coward. I would never leave anyone. Oh. No, he's dead.
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
No, I'm just gonna let her kind of continue.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Guess there's nothing I shit on death. As much as I would love to. Should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. What? Jesus. Nah, time really is the best cure for sorrow.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
Glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what looks like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
He needs to go on a date with another drunk badly? No! Not while Kim's here. Yeah, Kim's presence makes it awkward. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a missing cryptozoologist.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
Uh, they are people who look for animals who are hard to find.
Aha! Like snowmen.
No, men. I haven't heard about those.
Two old guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Well, where did they go?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
I'm also looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighborhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
No, that's fine. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
I was asked to get a signature.
Were you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everart's planning to turn some of the village into a youth center.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
Thoughts? Thought what exactly?
That Everard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
That's true. You can use my pen if you want to sign it.
He has a pen and everything.
She takes it from you, a doubtful look in her eyes, clicks it, and places the tip on the paper.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. Is that your boat over there?
Sure is. The Sun, I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
That's fair enough. Alright, see you around. Thank you for your time. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. Ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Hello,
I'll
ma'am.
just keep the Corda Lacey in the
What's
channel,
up,
if
Joyce?
that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She winds the mooring line around the post.
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty?
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty.
He responds
It's
mournfully.
good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Of course. So, how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze toward the village slush, melting on the cinder blocks. Construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, Madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Oh, yeah. You're in no danger. The working class have no idea what's happening to them. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. The place is doomed either way, or say nothing. Now, that's how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
She leans against the railing, looking up at the gray
Do
sky.
you know how they discovered this place?
The wind picks up, her raincoat flaps in the gust. What, this island?
No, they're in Celindian, Isla.
No, I don't know how they discovered it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion, that's so me. 45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
No, you tell me now. We have time.
Do we?
Glances at his watch. Looks like he does. Doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit?
Well, hey, I found my badge.
By love, you did.
He inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer. She is memorizing your badge number.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Thank you, that's all for now. And she picked up on that fast. Can I take this bucket? No, but I can take the trash in it. Yeah, these are basically just shacks. Can't see into the house from this angle. Is there anybody in there? Locked. Alright. Hello, ma'am. Little old lady washing clothes. Woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the Apricot Suzunti.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here?
Sure, I'll lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause
No.
any trouble, madame.
Let me say, we're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble. We're Hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang. No, I'm not gonna use my finger pistols on her. As much as I'd love to, not in that context. No, we're not gonna cause any trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I'm considered an ill omen. Why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not
Fair
a
enough.
lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Well, I'm actually looking for a couple people. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
No, alright, that's fair. That was a little insensitive of me.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Oh, because you're blind, right?
This is a sharp one.
She says to herself and runs her hand across the washboard.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This isn't about the Union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation.
Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here.
I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
Ruby was here.
Of course she
You
was.
know it.
Where could somebody possibly stay around here if they were to, I don't know, come into town within the past few days in a hurry? Trying to hide from people?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Don't know if I can afford another place to stay.
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Wait, no, I'll take it.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
He appears from under her apron. She hands it to
Well,
him.
if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
And why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, they've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents,
Yeah,
other things.
accidents.
The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
Anything else down on the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Those are two different things. Apartments or electrical plant. Like,
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
anything else of note?
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Well, thank you.
As I said, it's a peninsula. There's no one there, just ghosts and vagrants and teenagers making out.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna check the building. Why not?
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Alright, I'm gonna unlock the
I'll
door.
wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement and look for any signs of Ruby. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Floorboards creak under your step.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level.
Yay,
with
hidden
the
compartments. Let's go.
others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
I'll move it aside then.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
Sure, why not? I'll check.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
And what is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
Why was there a bullet hidden
The
under there?
floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
Cylindrical engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. Old science fiction magazines, books about bird watching, an almanac, 39.
On the table, you see
Shaving
a
station.
bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
I am definitely not removing the mutton chops.
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Nah. Not right now.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
That's an electrochemistry thing. Maybe I'll try to get rid of it later.
The bed is comforting, if a
Nah, I'm not gonna rest right now. I gotta talk about that bullet. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Hey, lady. Found a bullet.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
and without anger. A long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
So you rented the room to her.
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag after a long silence. Her hands move into the water bucket. The water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
So she came here when I first arrived, and then she left on Monday when I started to become active again.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Yep, that's when I woke up.
She probably heard the Lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kanema.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
Is the room exactly how she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No,
The truth, sire.
What is Ruby like?
she's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time, kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
And why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back toward her shack, thinking. Well, did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made.
She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand. Water drips to the ground.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Yeah, but I'm persistent.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Oh, further up the coast we go.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in you before you drop. Behind the cinder block houses, old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like dark palaces. The wind calls.
One thing, officer.
Yes.
If you do find her, please go easy on her.
Look, we just want to ask her some questions.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
What's in here? Hard to see the details. The color is all warm and welcoming. Or cozy, though. A flower trough where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. Little kid. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Little taxidermy.
Hello, mister.
Young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She is looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
I heard there was a girl here who has armored gloves. Is that you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
And where are the gloves now?
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
Yeah? Lifts her stuffed toy up and looks into its one remaining eye as though searching for confirmation.
We are going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
He enunciates the last two words carefully.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to understand, but the lieutenant's tone has conveyed to her the important part.
They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Have you met Ruby before?
Luby. Raluby.
Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in, as if she's about to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl. But she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can. But then,
Kids.
Alright. And what is this?
It's a grouse.
She yelps, smiling broadly.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewet you broke.
Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
And what's up with the toy?
It's Lammy.
Oh,
He's my
Lammy!
friend. Sort of.
She holds up the fuzzy beast up. She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lamby is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lamby looks very soft.
Yes. Very soft.
Suddenly, she pushes the stuffed animal toward your face. Press my cheek against Lammy.
Isn't he soft?
She's right. Lammy is very soft. She rubs the white fur against your cheek, then returns to the lamb into her lap, cuddling it. Well, thank you. That actually raised my morale. Girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. I had my morale patched up by a stuffed animal. There's a lot of things to look around. I don't mind though. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Wedding stone. Well worn and covered in rust. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Ah, but what about here? But she didn't expect this. You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. And some pants! Oh, it actually increases my kingdom of conscience. Odd. Okay. Cinder blocks charred. Makeshift fire pit with magazine for lighting. Sounds of life in the north. Washboard scrubs, filth from fabric. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, forgotten chair. Shot could have come from here. Couldn't have come from here. Trees blocked the way. Okay, does that mark it off at least? Does not. Not by
The worn
default,
map
at least.
features the patchwork your finger moves through. Finally,
For a more detailed view of the
Alright. Yeah, it's not gonna be very helpful. Alright. Someone has left their music collection beneath the oh, Colin. Ooh, I want it. I'm looking for a tape. But also I need to check this shack here. Box. Some letters, looks like. Pictures. Whole city. And a bow tie! Oh, shit, that can raise my drama. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at it. Got a nice bow tie now. See a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. Nothing else in here. But hey, at least you got a bow tie. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. And the swing set. Someone's been here for a long time. That's somewhat doubtful. Sure, someone's been here. Just they haven't swung. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Money? Hell yeah, it's money. A lot of it, too. And trash. What are these tapes? Yeah, the smallest church. Oh, now I can do karaoke.
the porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
I'm gonna wait.
Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
I could totally sing this for karaoke.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do.
Oh, hell yeah.
Only one obstacle stands on your way.
Nothing can stop me now.
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks for just putting up with me. Alright, and we're back here. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. Jamrock biker cop Sonnies. I can become biker cop. But I've already got glasses that give me logic. But actually remove logic and give me empathy instead, which I don't have any of them. How do they look though? Yeah, they look dumb. I like it. Sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. That's the symbol of Revachol or something. Hell yeah. Oh, okay, so I can't actually go in that way. Noted. I have to go around the building here. Hey kids, what are you up to?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
It's the twins. Must be, Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. Yeah, I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well.
That's not a good sign.
Wow, so intellectually stimulating. The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
Don't shit on the kid, come on. Yeah, you know, you guys take care. You guys are having fun with your rock kicking or whatever. I'm not gonna stop you. Bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through, but I can pick up this money. Alright, what are you guys up to? Don't call Abigail, grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Don't call Abigail.
Alright, I won't call Abigail. Hey guys, maybe you'll be a little
Good to see you, friend.
easier to talk to.
Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Spreads his arms as if wanting to embrace you.
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Fair enough. Quite the business venture.
Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise. Sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit.
Fair enough. You're just a businessman doing business,
Bought
right?
cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
He spreads his arms and smiles a crooked, toothless smile.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Impressive entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm. Hook 'em and cook 'em, huh? You want to buy something? Let's keep it moving.
Why does a bottle of spirits cost 300?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
I'll let him speak for a bit.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his pilsner and stares at you intently. What's funny?
What?
Keep him talking.
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
He only says and shakes his index finger at you. Where did you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
Oh, those kinds of spirits.
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before you.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
So you bypassed it just by eating a lot of lemon and butter? That's a good tip, I suppose.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Have they no shame taking money for a service they provide? Now how did you come out on top? Did you steal it from them?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead things.
Gets an excited gleam in his eyes.
Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
I think it will prove useful, yes.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it. That's a much more reasonable price right there.
I mean,
makes sense now.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take it. That's way better than 300.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
If you drink this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Wow, you work hard.
I do? I don't know that.
Yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
And what hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
Oh, just because I walked so much.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
Wait.
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Ooh. Can't say I didn't. Oh, I didn't make that ceiling guy give me some of his money.
Can't say that. You shook him. You're a killer. A shark.
Yeah, and that giant novelty check, 100%.
Wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Everard. Took some ingenuity to get into the harbor, but you got in, and you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it.
Yeah, and he even gave me a $5 too.
He did. Yes, he did. And you took it. Took it and put it in your pocket. Ka-ching, baby doll. Officer Hustle riding shotgun.
And then, of course, there's the pawning of this liquid.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
Oh, yeah. No, I've definitely got some gills.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself.
Now, wait. I feel like that got a bit rough towards the end
Are
there.
you rich?
No, I'm not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it. Fucking taxes. I don't know. Why am I so poor? System is broken. It's because of that Gart guy riding my ass. That's fucking taxes.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham Estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
Holden! What the fuck? No. It's a pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
I don't know. Bloody nipples are kind of a pain. You're right. Nah, they ain't taking 98% of my fucking money.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Indirect modes of taxation. Yeah, I got a skill point. Why not? I'll unlock that. Oh, apparently I also have White Morning. When did I get that? See yourself from above. You're passed out on blue tiles. Oh! That's, okay, I know what that's from. I'll just internalize both. Let's do it. Yeah, that's all blocked off. I can't go there. This place isn't as big as I thought it would be then. Still pretty big. Surprisingly big, but... Alright, let's fuck up a sandcastle then.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Gonna get it then.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed. collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
Oh yeah, and they also would give me more interfacing than the garden gloves.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably.
I'll be responsible with this. This is just to protect me from harm, not to show off.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. You really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even partial invulnerability.
Long sought after enemy technology. Can't just enjoy it, I must study it. And down 2 pieces to go.
2? Are you sure you're correct there? There was a helmet too. 3 pieces more like. You were ambitious.
Yeah, I want the full
It may
suit.
be a while before you have all the pieces. In the meantime, you should analyze the armor. Figure out its vulnerabilities.
Such as?
Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Well, I don't have a skill point to internalize that, but maybe later. See what else we got. Mazoot. Okay. So this is the northern area. This. Apparently something I can't get up to.
Yes?
Water runs from the west. The source is upstream. Broken pipe, maybe? Also a box here. With money! Rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these. Okay, so this is the church then. Oh, am I not allowed to look at that? Okay, fine then. Look at that later, maybe. Full of fish huddle around the fence post and scatter into the dark. Before you, a drawbridge. It can only be lowered from the other side. So, I'm not getting in there right now. Got it. Door only opens from the other side. Alright. Looking for a few different things. Must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Probably, yeah. Hey, what's up?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
Hi.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Where's your hat?
Huh?
She looks up at you, distracted. Said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
Come to think of it, I should. Where would I get one? No. Yeah, where would I get
I
one?
don't know, some kind of a store? Maybe a general store? Look, man, fuck the hat.
Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I understand that one completely. There's a pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
What's your name?
A cell.
And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
Very common. And what's that device that you have?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
What about the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Ah, okay, I see.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold, though, with the contact microphone?
Recording, I guess.
And what are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Okay. A bit
A
rude.
lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks and footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
Rubs her shoulders and around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
You get one. You get there eventually.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Take this, you're cold.
Lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Lieutenant backs up, throws you a glance. Now this is where a hat would come in handy. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
Yeah, who are these boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
Okay.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold?
Yep. They were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why not just, leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
That's not...
Go ahead.
Okay. No, that's
Okay.
actually it.
Bye.
Thank you. I'll go talk to these fucking guys. Leaving her out here. What the hell? Painted with pastels. Someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. How dare they? Crash from some unending party. Hole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered. Little humanoids. Kick down
A
this
pane
bridge.
of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. that any minute, a stronger gust of wind might be enough. The pain falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
That'll be easier for later. Hey, boys.
The tent is just
What's going on with this
tarpaulin
party?
fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
All right, what's up?
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Thanks, Kim. Really, I appreciate it. Speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. Label says distilled. Hey boys, what's up? Oh my god, that fucking picture.
A Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
Hardcore! Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Alright.
Here comes the night!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibadee, skibadanger. I am the rearranger.
That's
Back to the
different,
heavyweight jam.
says the young man with the tape player and the large boudoir boots. Lung-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore! It's hardcore!
I don't know what to say to that.
Skibadee, skibadanger.
He's the rearranger.
True, hard, full, car. Hardcore!
What is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural Gotvaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotvaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from. Judging by his name, could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
Oh, is this, Van Eyck I'm hearing?
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major ACAD.
Wow!
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh! Is that why they call you Egghead? Because... Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man! The Advent?
I figured out the egghead puzzle. I've done it. I've done it, finally. Has to be some way to talk to this person. You just haven't found it yet.
We're close.
Says the young man with the tape player and the large boots.
True, hard, full, hardcore! Yeah!
This young
Alright, I'm gonna give him a yeah.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark! Yeah!
This guy is wild.
True, hardcore to the mega.
I say nothing.
Internally coherent.
I'm sorry. I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary. I'm gonna still say nothing.
All right, yeah.
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Gotta figure this guy out.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore.
Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
Wait, he's just saying the things I was thinking earlier. I don't know what to say exactly.
Under the radar, over the top.
Damn it.
We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All-core.
He furrows.
Jesus Christ.
Is it though?
It is.
But is it?
I was
mean,
thinking
really?
that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker. Yeah!
Damn it. It's such a mess. Everything he says is a mess. It makes no sense.
Hardcore to internally coherent. All-core. All right.
He furrows his.
Hardcore. Is it though?
I was just thinking that.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
I'm gonna find every fucking dialogue option for this guy.
Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
You know anything about the mercenary?
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Kata, the place to be.
But it's a catastrophe zone, a desolate wasteland. It can't be the place to be.
Yeko Kata is a hardcore place.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth. Intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin, fluttering.
Gonna
in the
waste
wind.
so much fucking
A
time
pair of
talking to
metal
Egghead.
robots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
We're close. True. Hardcore to internally. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
You ain't think that doesn't have anything to do with the case.
It's the message, so listen and you will see. No illusion. The spirit is what you feel.
God damn it.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Internally. All core.
Please tell me, what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah. Request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible. We're close. True. Hardcore. Yeah.
This young man, or maybe,
The what? Yeah. We're close. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core. Gotta get the people.
Why
going.
do you gotta get the
I'm
people
the
going?
party boy. It's my job.
Hey, I'm also a party boy.
2 on a track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack.
Damn it. He turns everything into a fucking, like, rhyme. Like, what the hell?
Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy.
What is a party boy?
25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
there is a place far away in Cutler, beyond a certain latitude, known as Winter's Orbit, where there are 25 hours in a day. It is a tremendously cold place, abandoned to drunks and failed rock stars, full of eternite, depression, and half-finished ski-flying hills. The Suru live there.
Okay, so that's not the right path.
Hardcore, internally, all core.
He furrows his...
Hardcore.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question? We're close. True.
God.
Hardcore.
This guy.
He furrows.
The question is...
Just answer the question.
What is the question? But there was no question. We're close. True. Hardcore. Internal. All core.
He furrows.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more. I solved it, apparently.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51.
Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
It's true. That's a good question. Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? I tried to think of anything could make it harder core. Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. That sounds suspiciously like a question.
No! This is the answer!
Okay, well, what would make it harder core?
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
But at least you're having a good time there, Egghead. I need something extra.
Yeah!
Oh, maybe my body can tell me. Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist? What kind of line is that? Does that mean that you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
Unless you were thinking Reversion imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
But I was thinking reversal imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too.
So you're not a thought reader. Okay. Tell me something else.
Yeah!
Alright, thank you for that. Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Basically. And why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
Why would lungs be for love? What?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense then.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipated into your neck. Feels good, like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
Yeah, I need to see if there's anything that will increase my physical instrument. 'Cause I'm willing to give that a try.
Right.
Why does art inspire you so much?
I mean it does, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency
Yeah,
intertwining.
but would I fit into the art world? I mean,
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes.
do I though?
Disheveled and prophetic.
Do I really?
Perhaps you
I
should
don't think
try
I
to
do.
critique architecture too.
Guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but I don't have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Yeah, fuck it. All I've got right now is sorry cop. I'll also be an art cop. If 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Alright, do I have anything to help with physical instrument? I'm pretty sure I do. Electrochemistry. I just have the tank top. That's it.
The large-headed.
Good morning! Yeah!
42% though. Fuck it, I'll give it a try.
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Yeah, I shouldn't put another point into the physical instrument right now. I'll put those gloves back on. Oh, it's my proper t-shirt back on though. There we are.
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
Just annoyed. Okay. What if I want to speak to you first?
I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in, get a reading on your sign.
Before he's finished talking, he's already turned back to his tools. Alright, that's fine.
Picks up a thin metal saw blade and nods.
Alright,
See
fine,
a
Andre.
youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll shake it.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
An egghead. Egg!
He yells. The tape player high above his head continues to blast strange music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
And why are you here for exactly?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
And this is
apologise
better?
to my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Angrily spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Reversholt.
Strike that! The word!
Thanks, Egghead.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burners really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. Now I'm gonna ask, what kind?
The spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Yeah, why not? I'll look into it.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
No, that's it for right now. See the cool cop catch the key as it flies towards you. Yeah!
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
I forgot to read the speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden cool infused move, tossing it in your general direction.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Don't even look at them, you're that cool.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Be careful in there, officer. And tell us how it goes, yeah? Alright. Ah! No, damn it, I didn't want to go back in. Sorry, didn't mean to go back in there. You feel the shadow of a very large building and fall on you. Oh, hey, I have the key to it now. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. Ah, but I have that. I have a flashlight. And a key into the building.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
I'm going to open it.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
Oh. Strange stillness fills you as you look around. You should walk here, not run. More of the forked lightning pattern. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long-forgotten style. Grotesque wooden figure looks half-finished. Like they were in the middle of carving it. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Do with radio frequencies? Ruby.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
I'm gonna yell.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
I'm gonna stomp then.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
What's happening, Kim?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises.
Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
I'm gonna try to see beyond the shadows. It's a low chance, but why not?
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
I'm gonna try to make out literally
There's
anything.
nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is you're seeing. Well,
You
hold
see
on.
something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
The hell is that?
Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently.
Who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in general. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
Right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
No, I haven't drank like anything lately. Policeman, I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh, yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
There's something white pursuing me, white and very sad. Okay, fine, I'm struggling, but you don't need to lecture me. I know what I need to do.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc Albino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
You think you are some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? You know alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. I don't even know what this is. It's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of the property. He might have a point.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Sways gently on the beam, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Wait, do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
I trust you won't get in the way of those some enterprising youths. Their business looks promising. What do you think of the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
So where did you come from?
Up there, Holmes.
Smiles strangely and turns his head up, looking to the darkness of the church tower.
The
Let's
sinewy
get some other
figure
questions.
lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
So there is another person.
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
The lieutenant seems to be thinking the same. He takes out his little notebook.
You mean like a fugitive?
Glances at the abandoned radio computer on the other side of the nave, pulsing with light. Then he shakes his head.
No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Got it. I think I'll do that then. Thank you, sir. Finger drawn in frost on the window, picking a deer. Probably put this on instead, in case there's any bottles that need picked up. This one. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. Cracked pane of glass, colorful. Spider has spun its web around this wooden carved pillar. Ooh, that's shoes. Do I get new shoes? I want new shoes. Yay, I can get some empathy. Money. A bowl. Well, the bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. These wires work as contact microphones. So she must be testing the silence. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Portable tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Someone siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. Is there anything in the computer?
A machine stands in the corner.
This is just like the one that I saw
the figures on
in the building.
stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
Seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but so this machine looks just like the one in Doomed commercial area. Wait, let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Is there anything in here?
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon.
That's the relayer again.
Accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Rapid Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Wait, Fortress accident again?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Hi, Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Looked inside the core. With the tape on the filament just said log February to March.
Good. Please Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
You don't know the password.
Received. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Yeah, this is another Fortress accident thing.
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard.
So, this is another thing for Fortress Accident. Hey, you know anything about Fortress Accident?
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
You by any chance heard, or say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends, in the interest of public safety, of course.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Well, thank you for that.
I think we're done here, essay.
Figure crawls off into the darkness
That was
above.
an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here.
I don't think we'll find him here either, but
Indirect mode.
we're getting something.
Taxation. Turns out those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Riversholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
What a way to end that. Taxes are racist. What do they give me? Ultra-liberal dialogue option. Give +1 real. And -1 empathy. Thinks he's a hustler or something. Well, hey, I got the password now.
The machine's keyboard. The speaker comes.
Good afternoon. Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress accident. Is there anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you.
The machine's keyboard. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry
I'll look
made
at it.
on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
You think this might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Okay, what about the second entry?
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. 7th
What about the third
of
entry?
February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Eska series, something advanced.
Why would you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
So all their data just, like, went away?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right toward the silence.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
Yeah, it's definitely describing a cell.
Girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I'm the one who broke into that radio computer. Storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drinks, water, toothpaste, gum, also some canned air.
It's turned into a shopping list?
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Yeah, she's gonna get there sooner or later. Eh?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. Machine reboot.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Looking for a suspect in a murder investigation. Thought they might be hiding here.
No one's hiding here.
That's bullshit. Barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Does not look like a big loss to her. Are you the lead programmer of World Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager. That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Have you seen the man living up in the rafters?
Nope.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
Sounds like you're not worried about him.
No, you're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Have you seen anyone suspicious, say the woman named Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
What about the antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN Prefect's processing unit.
Wait, what?
RAIN Prefect. My radio computer.
Oh. It is... The antenna is its processing unit.
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Not really.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And the AR-1 is a good antenna.
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
I just might do that. But what exactly are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
On what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Okay, and is it those bowls of water?
They are connected to my RAIN Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
No problem.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Great.
What are you doing in the abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Yes, I do. I very much do. There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. Make sure you're not hiding anyone here.
No, I'm not. It's just me and the... I'm just doing some research. That's all.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what?
Wait, I'm sorry?
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data lost in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world? What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Hold on a moment. Does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here for some science. Yeah, I don't understand how we're talking about it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Okay, well, do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
He looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success. Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
Fair enough. You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
No, that's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about hypnotic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Even, listen to it? Like, actually listen to it?
Yeah. Like, all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
He pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about a club for hypnotic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A petting zoo. For animals. No, a youth center?
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
That's fair. Can I ask about that 2mm hole again? Like, get my logic up a little bit more. I've got a couple things that will raise my logic, at least. Or at least one thing that'll raise my logic a decent amount.
Yes, what is the swallow, you mean?
Yeah.
What exactly? What do you...
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Oh, okay. That's all it was. You measure it by collecting the data on its surroundings, on that which exists.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record... But honestly, great.
Okay, that's actually all that it was about, was just... Okay. Fair enough.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
I'll pay respect.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
Compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How exactly did I know that this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Was she smart?
Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual.
So she was kind of like tearing
To her
apart from the
contemporaries,
inside.
She appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous. It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale, a costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era.
Wow. She was worshipped for it.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
Want more?
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even faraway Supremawindi, altogether 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time, immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Jesus. Okay.
In a city called Advesperaskit in
Damn,
Vespermessina,
she
her
was just...
homeland, the name of the city means
I don't even know.
evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
Must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by Secret Servicemen.
Then what?
One of the men in this Secret Service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
Well, like some kind of alien?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the Innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
That would make the most sense. Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Theriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the Innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
So, the Crusades, effectively.
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb, in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role. which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Officer, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church. Yeah, sorry, my mind was talking to me.
What are
It
you
happens.
thinking of, if I may ask?
She's beautiful.
That she is. A great sacred piece. I wonder what we are doing here, however.
He takes his glasses off to clean them.
In this church, I mean. The coast in general. We shouldn't linger. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
I'm gonna reconstruct the cracked glass.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
What shattered it?
Unknown.
It is really pretty. It honestly is.
A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
I do also love the visual calculus thing that I can do, just kind of reconstructing shit. It's great.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
And it must have taken seconds for it to be shattered by somebody who just really wanted to break something.
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking, a tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Yeah, that's used to say after life, death, after...
Death. Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Not very feminine. Shit, I like the other one better.
So do I.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting.
Well, that was that was actually a really cool, little side thing. Alright, well, I think it's actually getting pretty late. Fortunately, there's a lot for me to investigate over here. I've been getting sidetracked by so much shit. Just all this stuff that I can potentially do. It's fun, though. I'm enjoying just seeing stuff. It's great. That's this game in a nutshell. Yeah, that's fair. But that is going to be me for the night. Save. I'm just going to call it here. Pick this back up on Wednesday and maybe actually do some proper investigating. I've knocked a couple things off of the list. Like, I have my badge. Actually, now that I think about it, I never looked at my badge, but I never completed, I guess.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Found it.
At least something good came out of all this.
There we go. I'll study the badge later. Got that marked off the list. Yeah, if you're still here, thank you for being here. Hope you have a wonderful night.